Hello and welcome back to another video of Telplay. This is Armeya together with Vasharal, and in today's video we wanted to talk about Hogwarts Legacy. As you may know, Hogwarts Legacy came out this couple of days and probably some of you are still skeptical about the game and you want to find out more. That's why you are here in this video. So stick around if that's the reason why you are here, or maybe you just wanted a bit more information before buying Hogwarts Legacy. Well, I want to tell you that you are in the right place because we are gonna talk about Hogwarts Legacy, what we think about it, and on the side note, I played Hogwarts Legacy for 30 hours while Vasharal played it for 20 hours, so we can tell you more about the game. But I do want to mention that this is no spoiler. It's gonna be like just a simple semi-review, but it's not totally a review, but we wanted to share our thoughts about the game and why you might be wrong about Hogwarts Legacy and why you should consider getting the game. But of course, before any of that, I urge you to watch this video if you want to know more about the game and to be sure before purchasing this game, because this game is really expensive, so I can understand if you need to have more information about this before purchasing this game.
So in the coming days, we're gonna make a full review for this game. We still need more time to explore everything and try to get a sense of what the game has to offer. So whatever we're talking here, we're gonna try to avoid, as Armea said, spoilers, but we're gonna talk more about the gameplay aspect and what are the fun things that you can do in Hogwarts Legacy. We also want to mention the fact that we are not Harry Potter fans and we are only looking and we're trying to discuss about this game as objective as possible and talk about the open world elements of this game and what makes this game particularly special for people who are interested to play this game, even if they're not fans of the world or anything related to Harry Potter.
Now that we sum up the whole introduction, before we talk about the good things and the bad things, so let us talk about the presentation of Hogwarts Legacy. This game really blows my mind, and I think the same thing with Vasharal, because how the presentation of this game, the visual animation, the effect when you cast the spell, it's so good. Especially talking about animation, if you play Red Dead Redemption, you can tell that it's almost reaching to that level. Plus the world, it feels lived in. It's so authentic. How you see in movies that this fantasy world, they really nailed it on this one. And if you're gonna ask me if I could live in a fantasy world, I'm gonna pick this one and I can stay here for the rest of my life.
Another thing that we really enjoyed is the open world. The fact that you can go and explore all the areas around Hogwarts is really nice, and the fact that the map itself is not overwhelming when it comes to side missions and main missions. You get to explore and see each side of the countryside and see things that really spark interest, and pretty much everything that we talked about presentation is visible in every location. They do feel different than anything else, and I think that is quite a plus. But of course, presentation is not everything. We also need to talk about the gameplay itself. As we said, the spells and everything feel quite distinguished. They feel unique and in their own sense feel quite familiar to other RPGs and other games of similar caliber. For example, the stealth mode where you can stun them and use spells in that kind of transition feels really good. As well, you would have spells where you can levitate and spin characters and do all that kind of stuff, that you can interact in different kind of way with objects or enemies. So I find it that is quite good when it comes to that, the transition between them. It doesn't feel like one spell is particularly for one thing and another spell for the other. You can really mix it up and become creative with that. Although we hope that in the future, if they're planning to actually create a second one, a sequel, they will explore more of the elements that you can do. I think that this game could potentially have a really great sandbox experience if you're playing with magic and you would be able to combine elements and still keep that essence of Harry Potter in such a way that it doesn't feel like it goes too far away from the world itself. And yeah, we think that is well thought out, and it doesn't feel like it's overstaying itself, and it's always feeling in a way or another that you are learning new things through exploration and all that kind of stuff.
Now, let us talk about the world itself in Hogwarts. I just mentioned the presentation of the game, but on this one, let's talk about the world itself, how the open world is. They really nailed it on this one because they really give you time to actually be able to absorb everything in the game in a fluent way where you won't really feel overwhelmed, because some of the games that having this open world, you kind of feel overwhelmed by how many activities you have to do. But in Hogwarts Legacy, they really nailed it. They really put you in a phase where they take you slowly until you see the world opens up to you. And to be honest, while playing Hogwarts Legacy, I don't feel stressed out. I don't feel overwhelmed. Every single bit inside the world, I feel like I am playing a farming game. Although this is not a farming game, I'm just explaining how cozy the game is. But of course, aside from the combat here, it's really great, and the overall, but when it comes to the world, you just really feel relieved what you're seeing. The whole view in this world is so beautiful that it just makes you feel like it's breathtaking, and you are not feeling pressured. Even the activity itself is not really stressful. It's actually fun. And I do want to mention that there is a ton of puzzles in this game. The puzzle here is very simple. It's not really something that you need to crack your head around just for you to finish or solve that puzzle. But yeah, there are some like a bit challenging puzzle, but once you figure it out, you will see it's so easy to solve those puzzles. And of course, on the side note, I do want to mention that, or I recommend that don't watch any other gameplay of other YouTubers out there on YouTube. It's because this game should be experienced by yourself. As you may know, there are games out there that it's okay to watch reviews or anybody's gameplay, but this game is totally different. It would be better if you go to this game blindly, so you will feel or you will experience those magical moments for yourself.
Lastly, to talk about the good things is the NPCs or the main characters here. I really think that they really did a good job when it comes to voice acting and the story itself. The characters feel likable. Most of the professors that we've encountered are really nice to learn more about their backstories and everything that they have been doing in Hogwarts. So we think that it's quite interesting. There's a few things when it comes to NPCs and other characters that you meet in the world. A lot of them, they're not interactable as you would see them in other games. So if you knock through them, you will not see that much of an interaction when it comes to that. But overall, we do think that the game itself is made in such a way that is really beautiful to look at, especially the school itself. It does feel like it's well lived in, as well as the villages. So there's a lot to see when it comes to that, but do keep in mind that there's few interactions in terms of characters aside from quests and main story. But there are moments or events where you will see NPCs experiencing particular things where you're not going to be able to influence them in any other way but actually take part and see for yourself what is going on. It's quite interesting and unique, and each area doesn't feel repetitive. It does feel like there's a lot of love and attention to details when it comes to that, and really makes the world much more alive. But of course, with all this good stuff, we need to talk about the bad stuff, which we have been struggling and we're continuing to figure out when it comes to optimization. This game had come with a lot of problems when it comes to frame rates. We have seen like dips from 60, 70 frames down to 25 in villages, and it has been quite a struggle when it comes to GPUs from Nvidia, the third generation of RTX. We can both say that we've tested out a couple of things and there's serious issues when it comes to that, and a lot of people have been struggling with this, and we cannot stress enough how important it is for the developers to take this serious and try to optimize this game as soon as possible. There have been often times where people would have issues even if they had GPUs that could handle without a single issue any other game on max settings that are in the last couple of years. But of course, everybody has their own problems and everybody has their own experience when it comes to this. There are people who have come up to us and said that they have absolutely no frame problems when it comes to that, and they have GPUs that are from a couple of generations back, a GTX 1660s Super, and they said that they have no issues like that. So it could be from Nvidia, the third generation is actually having these problems, maybe something else. If you have been experiencing this, please drop us a comment and let us know what kind of GPU do you have and what are maybe fixes that you tried. Maybe you can share your experience here so you can help other people, including ourselves. We've tried a couple of things and we tweaked it a little bit, but obviously there are a lot of issues when it comes to that, and definitely this game would run much smoother if it would get the optimization in time. So we're really hoping that the developers are gonna take extra care on to this one and will deliver as soon as possible. But because we really love this game, we want to come up with more updates regarding this as soon as we get some optimization or any kind of fixes. We want to bring more content for you guys. We really enjoy this world, we really enjoy the whole experience that we have with this game, and we think that more content is gonna come regarding Hogwarts Legacy, so stay tuned for that as we will share more things about them. So if you watch until the end, we want to say thank you very much for watching. Drop us a comment. What do you think about the game? Have we managed to make you decide to pick up this game and play it? Did you try it? Let us know in the comments. What do you think about the things that we talked about? Is there something you like? Is there something you didn't like? Share it in the comments below. We would be happy to read all your comments and reply to them. If you enjoyed this video and want to show your support as well, you can do it by liking this video and subscribing and turning on the post notification if you're new to the channel. My name is Vashral, and together with Armea, this has been a Teleplay video discussion. Stay safe, take care, and happy gaming!